trees are green and overhanging, featherlight free and everlasting.
Are you gonna tell me about my flashlight? You gonna tell me to pull the flashlight out? What's wrong with you, man?
Cannot interact. That was weird.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Good to go. Ooh. Nothing else with that filament thing, right?
Evil abandoned. Well, not until. Yeah, you're right. There was some. Yeah, let's go look at it after
Not
this.
sure, yeah.
I forget what we needed. Might have been just like a white check. So.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Oh. We can shivers check you.
And it's just 42.
We can always afford some more shivers.
Let's bump it up.
Plus? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Minus. Oh, plus. The t-shirt. Yeah! Feel it. Plus. The scarf. Let's go.
Alright.
9!
Can't stop shaking. Can't stop shaking. Mad high.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Hey Neha, the curse is real and I figured out why it spared you.
This is still just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
She asks as the wind continues to seep in through the cracks in the old chimney.
It's not because you're not in this. It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guérin 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
This used to be a coal plant. You're in the chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
Let's say I have my own methods, unusual methods.
It has a different address in the heart of the city.
I'm just using logic. It's windy in here. You probably haven't properly sealed the chimney crown.
You're right. I should take a trip to the roof once the snow is gone. Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
Actually, it's only your workshop that's protected. You should still do something to defend your person.
No one's ever really safe from failure.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger.
Lucky charm? Seminese ward?
It looks like a regular piece of jewelry to me.
Don't care what it is, only came to tell you about why you haven't failed yet. Lucky charm?
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
See? The curse is real. I bet you didn't run this little jewelry shop from the protective depths of the chimney.
Why are you telling me this?
It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed.
Ooh.
And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Don't call it a dump. You've made it nice and cozy here.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. That's entropy.
Yes, coincidence is all that safeguards us.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
That sounds like an interesting thought.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Okay, well, cop dice were gone forever. We asked about the extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament?
Right.
Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm a star myself, a superstar, and superstars don't care about money.
Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice, made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring magnet, to complement your magnetic personality?
We're gonna have to go sell some stuff.
Pieces of lodestone were used as the first magnetic compasses, from which they derived their other name, coarse stones. That's a stone for leaders.
10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
But do magnetic dice even roll properly?
It's true, magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled, just like all magnetic personalities do.
Interesting. That doesn't sound legal at all, though.
Nope.
You can't ensure the randomness of the toss. All right, let's do it. Can I get the money later?
Great. See you in 8 hours then.
Cool.
Was there anything else?
She takes a small notebook from her table and writes something down. Her expression pleased. Was there anything else?
Nope, we're good. So, what was this? The precarious world.
Seems like the point of this game is victory. The absence of defeat on all fronts. Victory in business ventures and creative undertakings. Victory in love and over other people. Political victory. Ideological victory. Hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of object-based victories too. Having things and not losing them. One problem though. Not a lot of victors in sight. Everyone's mostly losing. Why is that? And how do you not lose?
Every red check fails for 4 hours.
Damn.
Okay, we need to get that out of our system real quick. We need to kill time on that one.
Well, I guess you could take that in and then read books.
Yep.
Or
That's what
play
I
a
was
game.
thinking. Yeah, okay, so karaoke. Classic, can't do it yet. Read books. Play game. Yeah, we can do a couple things.
And do thoughts evolve while we sleep?
Who? What? Where did
thoughts evolve while we sleep?
Did anyone's? As in, do
Like
the,
when we go to
does
bed?
time pass?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
All right. Forget the homosexual underground. Or hold on, was it White Morning was also done, right?
20% zoom out distance.
Oh, but I want my
It's-
zoom out distance.
Yeah.
So
just
no.
remove that. It gives you nothing.
Yeah. And then let's slap it in there. And fucking kill time. Okay.
Perfect.
If that comes out the other side, doing the exact opposite effect, that is busted.
Oh, that would be great.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the key.
Yeah, I just didn't think we didn't receive no updates and information on this at
Yeah, I
any point in
forget.
time.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna wait until the game presented us with more.
Yeah. Let's take our time with this. Oh, yeah.
And then this
These
thing.
things.
So this was the one that we never touched specifically.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice. You slip your fingers on. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric
Minus
freezer
20.
that appears to be frozen shut.
It's just not even.
Damn.
It's just not even worth
That's a
it.
stronger weapon.
Yeah, we literally need a new object.
Alrighty then. Okay.
Okay, so there's a couple things that we can do, but we want to kill some time, right? To come to get rid of that that bit. Okay, so we got singing karaoke. Red checks can be anywhere. You never know when you're going to meet the next red check. Who put the clothes in the trash? Secret passages for in the whirling. Talk to Joyce. Interrogate the drivers. Run the numbers. Next tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, a bit later.
Try to find out about the tattoos. We know where they are now. Find the armor. Cindy might have info on that. We've been given a quest.
Yeah.
A vision quest. Open the door for Everart. We've already opened the door. We just gotta let him know. Locate a working firearm. Question Klaasje.
Is that alone?
When alone. And then talk to her again. Get more info on what she didn't want to talk about. Talk to her about the tape we've listened
Damn,
to.
got a lot of talking to do with her.
Whole lot of talking to do. Call the library when it's open from 10 to 5, I believe.
Yeah, 10 to 5 or 10 to 6, I forget.
Go deal with the ravers in the church. Sync signs. Find the base.
This may take a while.
Talk to her about her
After
friends
the
after we get
setup.
into the church. Get fucking stacked to the ceiling.
Yeah, okay.
Undeniable cheddar. Get those gloves. Pick up the dice. All right.
8 hours, yo.
So let's not fuck around with red checks. Let's just go make some money. Go sell what we can real quick, and then play some board games. Yeah.
Alright, I'm down.
You think we can throw our shot put ball in the middle of the game of pétanque?
Yeah, I'm sure that we could find a use for it. I'd show it to them at least. Hey, you wanna stop playing pétanque and play bocce, a real game?
Okay, we can put this away now.
No, that French stuff. Give me the Italian goodness, okay? Hell yeah.
Hello, hello. Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh my god, the pen that he doesn't want us to sell. Speakers.
On the left. $5.
And then, shot put ball.
Yeah.
Again, probably not going to use them with Renee in any goofy ass way, right? Let's take the $5. And these were pretty much just for selling. Maybe, unless we want to kill somebody. Oh well, okay.
So you want to kill somebody.
Alright.
Oh, you have a fascinating photo of a corpse.
Another time, perhaps.
Not showing him the photo?
Should we sell that photo of the corpse?
Oh, I thought we were just going to show him. Because there was an option that was like showing the picture.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, listen, I've been considering how much we were like told about you can fuck up by selling the wrong things. I'm very like
Okay.
I don't yeah. There's even some people who are like sell the Spurs, don't spell the. I'm like I don't even want to fuck around. Yeah. I don't want to risk anything, you know. All right, so now we got a little bit of Bunny.
Oh yeah, the beat.
Okay.
People looking at us like, what is this cop doing with a boombox?
Do I look like a cop? You want to
You've been
fuck with
around.
this?
Your legend is growing for sure.
Bruh.
Like he's been here for like 5-6 days now.
Unstoppable.
Changing suits every day.
So fresh.
At least he's not trying to blow his brains out in front of us.
That never happened. We don't talk about that. Gloves on, falmed up. Logic up, authority down. Calculus trauma. Yeah, there we go. Top to bottom. Now,
Good.
what about this board game?
Oh. Suzerainty. Yes, and interact on the right side. Right there. Oh
In
boy.
your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of
It's the
plastic.
latest version, Wooly.
It's not an antique.
The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals.
Okay.
Don't shake the box.
Remove the plastic wrap.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Open the box.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components.
What kind of fucking just antisocial ass behavior is it to shake a box of a board game before you open it? That's so fucking weird.
Feel the contents.
Just shake everything inside. Put the cards out of order. It's a waste time. Read the rule book.
Examine the components.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
Oh my god.
Economic strategy. More like rapacious plunder and exploitation.
Finally, a proper game to teach the children about the importance of trade in the global economy.
Finally, a proper game to teach Revacholian children about their glorious history.
Yeah, the CH is just too soft. Soft syllables don't work when you're trying to exude strength.
Revacholian children.
Can't believe Renee didn't say it that way.
That's true.
History seems to be problematic, but it is important to teach children basic economic concepts.
Oh, keep reading?
Keep reading. Yeah! We could use it right now.
The colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling.
Like, if it weren't for real history, the idea of, like, an apricot's importance in the coming together and founding of this entire, like, land would be an absurd thought. And yet,
Here we are.
we have so much of that in real life, you know?
You begin to
Everyone's
suspect
smiling, of course.
There may be a political agenda to this so-called family game. Only one way to find out.
Keep reading.
Wooly, y'all did that shit for tea. Not just tea. Oranges. Fucking just cotton plantations obviously come to mind with North America, but like, yeah, literally just like fucking harvesting basic materials for basic
Yeah.
market exchange led to slaughters and the founding of blood-soaked nations. Sugarcane, oh my god, rum, yeah. Spice, let's start a war with the Orient for spice. Less, you know.
La Route des Épices, the Spice Road.
Oh, what? They don't want our opium? Start some shit now.
The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout.
You need the images for the
You soon
simpletons.
figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
You know what the funniest part is? I don't like apricots. They're not great.
No.
They're not great.
Dried better than the real thing, in my opinion.
Well, you can't even not eat them dried. That'd be horrible. I'm talking about dried. Like, but it's just, you can have it and it's meh. But there's just a better, like, there's a million better choices.
Yeah.
You eat a dried apricot, you can have a raisin, have a plum, have a fucking, you know, dried mango even. How do you accumulate victory points?
Fuck the suzerain. What about my wealth and renown?
Yeah.
There is no path to wealth and renown but through the suzerain. As one of the suzerain's trusted administrators, your very function is the glorification of Revachol.
Of course.
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource.
There should be like a second board game that's like a toned down, like non-nationalistic version that would have been made for like modern times. It'd be interesting. Because you have wild shit like Monopoly, where it's literally made to be an anti-capitalist message, and yet
Look at this, huh?
The player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol.
that sounds Catanish.
As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly. Boring, boring, boring. Tear up this rulebook and commit some old school atrocities.
Whoa.
How's the winner determined? Isn't there a way to invade or commit atrocities or anything fun like that? Yeah, this is really funny because it's like Yeah, do you have the patience to sit down and read the rules for a board game you're about to play? Or are you just chomping at the bit the whole time, you know?
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Alright, enough blah blah. Let's examine the components.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
Punch him out.
Okay.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
Punch out the cardboard pieces one by one. Check out the wooden tokens now.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources.
Damn, give Kim some bubble wrap.
Oh, he would
From
love
the
it.
Empire of Safre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, grey marble Greek tokens. From the Seminine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supra Muindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
We should go play this with Measurehead.
Oh, those are nice.
Lieutenant picks up a sugar token and admires it.
You hold the open game box before you.
Hey, Kim.
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6
Yeah, it
hours.
is.
Damn.
I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
Ooh, we can do that.
Damn.
Ooh, we can do this. Suggestion close.
6 hours.
Let me change my clothes and ask you that again, Kim.
Just give me a second. Put something more appealing
Let me,
for the situation.
let me just slip into something a little more comfortable, you know.
How's that?
You were saying?
Ooh. I guess I would be down for a game. Is that all?
I think so.
The suzerainty box is heavy and slightly awkward in your hands. You give it a light shake and feel the pieces shift around inside.
A light shake this time.
What the? Relax.
We're not moving anywhere.
The suzerainty box is heavy and what is detective work if not an elaborate game? You need logical inference.
Yes.
Attention to detail.
Yes.
The ability to analyze your opponent's
Of course. Outside in the snow is how we do it.
Right in the middle of the square.
Okay. So we need 3 hours and 49 minutes to kill. Come on, might help us think of more creative solutions to the case. Huh?
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in there.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself, nerd. You love it.
See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
He's so down.
Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play?
I've read the rules.
Yeah.
You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you.
If you wing it, I wonder if he even, accepts that and just starts playing wrong.
In the center is the crown of Revachon. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sara Maritza. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress in case you need to put the game away and return to it later.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board, and the others to the Seminine Islands.
Yeah, you know, my brain wasn't sure if they were going to cut to a board or not. I guess it'll just be through text, and that's fine.
All right, detective, your turn.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away, or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns? Remember what the rulebook said. You will want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it.
Plus Ultra.
Try to fulfill a contract?
Wait, no, hold on. Not let them rest. Rearrange your workers to maximize production. That's not what that sounded like to me. Yeah, hold on. You have a few options.
Yeah.
Fulfill a contract,
Or
rearrange your workers to maximize production. Let them rest a while. That's not what that sounds like, you know?
maybe it means like place them there, place them there.
I'm gonna follow. I want to do worker. I'm gonna follow through on. Or wait, what did Kim do? Kim did the.
He got apricots and sugar.
No, but what did he? He drew that.
Yeah, he drew a contract card and moved his workers to.
He moved his
Safra
workers
and Seminine.
Okay, so then we want to do what he did.
You move a few of your workers to the Ilmarat section of the board, and several others to Supramawindi and Sara Maritza. Soon you have several units of archaeological treasure and cocaine.
The options presented put the second one in a way that made it seem like it was relating to the previous paragraph.
I understand.
An aggressive opening, detective.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant says, appearing to relish the challenge.
In response, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar tokens and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card. He is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
Oh, no, he's making
Are we
progress.
playing this like Newman and Kramer out like with it in our hands, just on the train?
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Talking about how the Ukraine is weak.
Hey, why don't I get one of those?
Kim, can I do my turnover? I messed up.
Glower silently.
Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough.
What is that patronizing tone?
Uh-oh.
You're one of the suzerain's trusted administrators. You may need to put the lieutenant in his place.
Yeah, he's
Here-
talking shit.
Here comes the fuck you, Grandma. Cheating whore. You did not land on Park Place. Oh my god.
Go to your room.
Not even sure what points are. That's part of the problem. Let's take the burn.
The lieutenant returns your baleful look with a satisfied grin.
Yo.
Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources.
Feels as if getting too sour with Kim would make him not want to play in the future, you know?
You're just gonna let him
Those
win?
aren't your only options.
That's
You could
disgusting.
also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them. After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain.
Okay, rhetoric, but will that win?
Well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy, but then it's up to you.
Invest in your workers. Press more into service.
Focus on fulfilling contracts.
Kim, what should I do?
I'm bored with this. Let's finish the game later.
More workers.
Using your powers of persuasion, you convince more workers to join your cause. After several turns, your worker tokens greatly outnumber the lieutenants. A vast army of expendable labor is at your command.
Gaze on your workers like a harsh but proud deity.
Take pity on their miserable lives. These pieces are about to revolt.
Too bad investing in your workers just isn't worth many points.
What do you mean?
Take a look at the scoring tables in the back.
The lieutenant turns to one of the appendices you skipped over earlier. God damn it, Harry!
You see in Table 8C that investing in territorial infrastructure multiplies your final victory point total by 1, which is to say not at all. Whereas erecting monuments in Revachol gives you a multiplier of 5.
Jesus.
How does he know that? We explained the rules to him. He's hustling us.
Either way, appreciating the people is pointless. So you're saying the value of the ruling class are completely divorced from the well-being of the people who generate their wealth?
So you're saying I should treat my workers like disposable labor instead?
So you're saying I fucked up?
Yes, precisely.
No.
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Safre territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points.
Oh.
You know, this isn't unlike the situation the historical Revacholian suzerainty faced in Safre in the middle of the last century.
I'm listening, Encyclopedia.
That might actually help to learn the history of our coke music.
Well, the suzerain was looking for new markets for all the cocaine it was producing, and it settled on Safre. By introducing cocaine into Safre under exclusive contract, the suzerain created an extremely valuable captive market for an extremely addictive product.
Ah.
That's fucked up.
That's brilliant.
What does that have to do with the game?
I see how that works. You Reagan the hood.
If you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make them less productive, you would also force the lieutenant to pay you for your cocaine tokens.
Can you even
each turn.
do that?
Yes, you can. It's right there in the rules. Now's your chance. Show the lieutenant what happens when he patronizes you.
Yeah, that's right.
Holy shit.
War
indeed,
with
man.
drugs.
You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Rock and roll. Go for the contract.
Give back to the workers.
Sorry, Kim, you're not going to like this. Introduce the lieutenant's workers to cocaine.
Attack the lieutenant and steal all his resources.
Flip the board. Hey, boys. You work hard for your money. Let me show you how to party hard.
The lieutenant's face goes stony as you take your turn. He does not appreciate you getting all his workers addicted to cocaine. That's not nice.
Each passing turn, you slowly bleed the lieutenant of coins as his own workers become less productive and more dependent on your magenta cocaine tokens. As a matter of historical fact, this is almost exactly what happened in Safre. To this day, fully half of the former Safre Empire remains dependent on international aid in exchange for a steady supply of cheap produce.
Escobar season has returned.
Cleanest, purest, illest.
Just call me Pablo, baby. That's a brand name. Isn't that why? Isn't that what they did in real life?
More or less.
The lieutenant says, but he's thinking less about matters of historical wrongdoing than how to get out of the jam you've put him in.
Yeah, he wouldn't be playing the game if he was going to get a little offended at the entire nature of this game as is.
Realizing victory is slipping away, the lieutenant launches a desperate gambit.
Protectionism.
By erecting tariffs on your cocaine, he hopes to starve you out of the market, at the risk of incurring the suzerain's disfavor.
Damn. That was like what that's like what Justin did with the tariffs.
Yeah.
When him and Don were beefing, having a little tariff war.
The end game is upon you. Do you escalate the trade war with the lieutenant in hopes of crushing him with your economic might? Or do you ignore his aggression and focus on building the mighty victory column structure in Revachol herself?
That's worth a lot.
Alternatively, you could throw the whole game away by trying to build a public education system for the children of your workers.
Oh my god, game.
You see, doing the right thing
Game!
gives you nothing. What profit is there in bleeding away money to help the
children.
the drones feel better about their collecting of Vespine gas? Collect the gas.
Oh my god.
Collect the minerals. What are we doing here? Are you an Archon? What are we doing here? More Vespine gas.
You got one job.
You don't have an upgrade path.
The choice is yours.
For almighty Revachol!
Go for the victory column. It's on, Kim. Launch a trade war.
Build a public education system for your workers.
Bored with this? Toss the thing. Okay. Hold on a second. The trade war versus the victory column. Crush him with economic might. Okay. Trade war is actually optioned. Yeah, so that's there. I'm going for the victory column. I'm going for the victory column. They said it was worth 7,
I believe so. 7 victory points.
right? If we go way back up. Well, we probably know we've lost it at this point.
I think it was that far. Or maybe it
Or
was that far.
five. Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you think?
Go for the column.
Let's do it.
Building the ultimate structure requires diligent economic planning, which you completely fail to do.
For almighty Revachol!
Rather than build a glorious monument to Revachol's economic superiority,
Oh, no.
you have to settle for a handful of post offices and school for the blind.
Oh, no!
Not the blind?
A
No!
risky gambit, detective. Sorry it didn't pay off.
God, they can't even work all the jobs.
Dump game rigged. Rigged.
Guess I should have gone with a more consistent strategy.
Rigged.
Don't be a sore loser, detective. Your moves were your own.
Wow.
Now, let's tally up the scores.
He's so pompous and pedantic.
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication. After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. 15 victory points. The suzerain will not be impressed.
I've got 26 points.
Barely contained smile breaks across his face.
Don't be glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again.
No.
You can hear it in his voice.
One and done.
Oh my
Now,
god.
let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
Kim K has left the lobby.
GG no re.
GG. No re.
Alright. We only
Peace out.
killed an hour with that.
Oh my god. No run back.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Hold that.
Okay. Glop lady, still not there. Still pretty early in the morning, admittedly. We can try to sing, but there probably is going to be a red check.
Yes.
Everard probably also has a red check. Hard to say. Hard to say.
10 p.m. means we can do that call. Or 10 a.m. rather.
Yep.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to the librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Méjean, a reader.